Weekly plans are where the rubber really hits the road. So we've built our 90-day plan, we've cascaded down to monthly plans, and now we've got to build our weekly plans. In each month, you'll have 4 or 5 weeks, depending on the month, and you'll need a weekly plan for each of them. And the weekly plan is different to your other style of plans because it's about really starting to sort priorities so you start to get your actions right. And there are 8 key steps to doing this. So let's work you through each step. The first one is define the planning period. So what week is it? You need to put that in, right? Now remember, we've given you 5 weeks, in every month, because the first and last day of the month may start or finish on a different day rather than clearly defined weeks. So we've just given you that 5 weeks, so you can cater it for start where you want to, right? But also before, this is a great time now to go back and look at your monthly plan and say, okay, what's happening in the month? What are the important priorities for the month? What do we need to be really focused on so we're really clear on what we need to start delivering? Also look back to your monthly and your 90-day calendars to work out what events might be appearing this week that could get in the way or could derail your productivity. All right, so think about those things. The second step then, define your intention for the week. I really think it's important that you start with thinking about, set a clear intention, right? It's about direction and tone, and go, okay, what do I really want to do this week? So in this example, we've said we really want to re-engage with clients and key prospects after the break. Remember, we were doing this in January, so we've had a bit of a break over the holiday season. Now everybody's getting back into it, and we're saying, righto, we really want to re-engage as the clear intention out of this. What are we going to deliver? So what are the key deliverables in this week? I want some engagement calls, I want a marketing plan, I want a cash flow budget. They're the key outcomes that I must deliver this week. Think about the must, should, could. If you haven't read up on that, go and find the article on must, should, could. All right, the big rocks, we just carry them forward, right? So they carry forward from your 90-day plan to your monthly plan, and now we just drop them into our weekly plan. But then we think about it and we go, for each big rock, I want you to find your must-do priorities for the week. What are the must-do priorities, right? So in this example, we've said the musts are, we're going to re-engage with weekly calls with our clients. We're going to book a trip and prepare for it. And we're going to book face-to-face meetings with all our clients, right? So we're going to re-engage the clients with meetings, and we've got a trip we have to book and take care of. They are the must-dos. You don't want to have too many must-dos in the week, and because don't forget, this is one big rock, you'll have, must-dos. So I'm saying 2 or 3 must-dos for each of your big rocks will be plenty for a week, right? But that doesn't mean we leave stuff out, because the next thing is to think about your should-dos, right? So what are the should-dos? So these are the tasks that you know you need to do at some point, but they're not must-dos. They are not mission critical for this week. So put in some some shoulds, because they're good. So if I've got some time left over, I could plan for a certain session with a client, and then lastly some coulds. Right? If I've really got some time spare, I've done all my musts and my shoulds, I can actually work on a should, which could be to finalize product X. Okay, so that's step 7, really quite simple. The last step then is to ask yourself the following questions, right? Just stop, prop, and reflect. Is there anything missing? Is there anything I need to change? Is it achievable, giving everything else to be realistic? Just thinking about the musts, right? So in this case, we want to be thinking about, are the musts realistic? If I do all those musts, will I be happy? And is that enough? And is doing those, is that going to help me achieve my monthly plan? And then just make sure you've got the accountability piece in place, okay? And then as a bonus, of course, we do a weekly review. So at the end of each week, we do that simple review process. What went well, what didn't go so well, what do we need to change, and are there any things we need to roll over into the next week, because we're going to set up our next plan for the next week, all right? Once we've finished that week. Okay, what's next? The big step next is to go to daily plans, all right? So we've got our weekly plan, so we've got our 90-day plan, our monthly plan, and we've cascaded down now to a weekly plan. What are we going to do on each day? And we're going to take it day by day. Again, heaps of resources on the Shift website, and if you've got any burning questions, then please don't hesitate to send me an email. Okay, have a great week. Talk to you later.